This is what I observed from athletes, right? Athletes in high schools, rising seniors, seniors in high school, whatever sport, and then they go off to go play like Division One, two, or three, right? And they end up not doing as well. They end up not playing as they once did, like the way they did in high school, right? Because a lot of these athletes, right? A lot of these athletes were once the man in high school. They were once the woman. They were once that guy, that girl, that superstar, man. Maybe they brought their high school to a chip, right? Maybe they did. Maybe they won many awards for being some of the best athletes at their high school, right? Maybe even winning their state award. Who knows? Their state player of the year award. I don't know, right? But once they get to college, things change. They ain't playing the same way they once did in high school. They ain't performing as well, right? Maybe they're not even starting. Maybe they started in high school and they ain't even starting in college. Because I feel like truly, once you are an athlete in high school and you move on to another level, that's a whole different level. You need to work even harder behind the scenes. Yes, you may have gotten recruited, but you still need to put in the work. You have to put in the work to be greater than your competition. And that competition, right, could be your teammates. You want to play, you want to start. There could be people who are better than you that have been recruited across the country who are going to the same college as you, who will probably maybe even start over you. That's the thing. People slack off. These athletes in high school slack off. They stop putting in the work. They don't work as hard once as they were in high school, right? Maybe some of these athletes were just naturally good at the sport. Boom. They go to college. They're not starting. They're not putting up the same amount of the stats they once used to. Is because they got comfortable. These same athletes don't realize that there's other athletes around the country who are putting twice as much as work compared to compared to what you did. And so they get tight that, oh, I'm not starting. They get sad, they get mad. They go out and transfer to another school and see the same results. They see the same results, bruh. And most of the time, these athletes coming out of high school have a chip on their shoulder. Like, bro, there's another level that you have to go compete at. That's the thing they don't realize. They're so stuck in the moment. They're so stuck with the validation that they have received from others. They're stuck with that big chip on their shoulder that's weighing them down from realizing, okay, this is what I have to do in order so I can perform even better at the next level that I'm going to. And most people don't realize that. It's the same thing. For an example, going into the NBA, or for an example, let's use the NBA as an example. Let's just say that you're a dog coming out of college, right? Let's just say you're this amazing player coming out of college. You go, right? You go to the combine, right? You make it to a team, and then a team just cuts you because you're really not that. You don't produce. You're not as, good as. I mean, maybe you're good, but you're not good enough, right? To be still on that team. They bring you down to the G League, right? That's gonna hurt your ego because you thought you were this phenomenal player, but you wasn't putting in enough work because, right, when you go to the NBA, you are competing with vets. You are competing with top notch players. You're gonna get dog walked. That's the same thing with college. These athletes from high school think it's sweet, but it's sour, bruh. It's truly sour. That's why you continuously have to put in the work.